Okay, let's unpack this. There's just so much information flying around constantly. It
Mm.
feels almost impossible sometimes to figure out what's, genuinely impactful, what really matters versus what's just, well, noise.
Right. Information overload is real.
Exactly. And that's why we do these deep dives, isn't it? To try and cut through all that clutter.
It is the core
Yeah,
insights.
bring you the real story. And today, we're diving into something I think is truly remarkable.
Oh, yeah. But that.
It's about how technology, specifically AI, and virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, how it's not just tweaking how we learn a little bit. It seems to be radically transforming entire careers and even, get this, whole regional economies across the globe.
And what's fascinating here with the source material we're looking at, excerpts called Global Impact, Real Lives Transformed by Career Courses,
Okay.
is that it moves way beyond just abstract stats or numbers.
Right, which can feel a bit dry sometimes.
Exactly. This gives you tangible proof. It's documented human stories, people's actual lives, and measurable results backing them up.
So real impact on real people.
Precisely. It's about this profound shift. Not just theory, but what happens in their lives and their communities.
That's such a critical point, that human element. So our mission, really, for this deep dive is to explore those compelling personal journeys and also the broader economic shifts that are detailed in these sources we have. We want to understand why these stories hit differently than just raw data
Yeah, what makes them resonate?
and uncover how this, well, incredible transformation is actually being achieved. So as you're listening, maybe think about the potential for your own learning, your own career path.
Definitely.
Because what we're about to share, it really offers a new perspective, I think, on what might be possible.
Indeed. And, lots of programs promise transformation, right? But these case studies, they seem to offer pretty undeniable proof.
Okay, undeniable proof is strong. What makes you say that?
Well, they go beyond just saying, this could happen. They show how real people, facing real challenges, manage to achieve truly life-changing results.
Actual results.
Yeah, actual results. It gives learners, employers, even governments, these concrete examples of what this skills-to-income model can actually deliver.
Skills to income, can you elaborate on that a bit?
Sure. As described in the sources, it essentially builds this direct kind of accelerated bridge from learning high-demand skills
Okay.
to achieving significant measurable growth in your income. And it often seems to prioritize practical application over just traditional academic credentials.
Right, so less about the degree, more about what you can do and the job you get afterwards.
Pretty much. And it's that human reality that brings it all to life. I mean, just imagine.
Yeah, give us an example.
Okay, well, Priya Sharma from India goes from a call center job to becoming an AI healthcare entrepreneur.
Wow.
Sees a 720% income growth. Her company, now valued at something like $2.3 million.
That's incredible.
Or Aisha Okonkwo from Nigeria, a rural nurse, becomes State Health Worker of the Year, boosts her salary 340%, serves over 100,000 patients.
Amazing impact.
Then there's Juan Pablo Mendez in Mexico, delivery driver turned fintech founder.
Another big jump.
Huge. 980% income growth, 150,000 users on his platform. Or Maria Rodriguez, a restaurant server, becomes a senior healthcare coordinator, 186% income growth, family stability.
That stability point is key for many people.
Absolutely. And one more in Nguyen Thi Lan in Vietnam, street food vendor, achieves an astounding 1,120% income growth.
1,000%.
Yeah, after becoming a digital commerce entrepreneur. And the point is, these aren't just lucky one-offs.
Right, they're patterns.
Exactly. Documented patterns of success. And what these stories really demonstrate when you put them together is that rapid, life-changing career transformation. It isn't just wishful thinking. It seems to be a repeatable outcome.
Repeatable, that's the key word.
Yeah, because when learners see someone like Priya or Juan Pablo, it makes them believe, maybe I could do that too.
Yeah. It inspires belief, right?
And when employers see the actual skills these graduates have, their confidence in this new talent pool grows.
They see the proof.
And when governments see the benefits at the community level, measurable benefits, they're more likely to invest in scaling these kinds of programs. It really validates this whole skills-to-income idea across different places, different industries, different kinds of people.
These individual stories are they're remarkable, aren't they?
They really are.
But what strikes me even more is how they're not just isolated instances. You said they're part of something bigger, a systemic shift happening globally.
That's right. The scale is impressive.
Yeah, across 6 continents, the sources say. Like, I mean, take India.
Yeah.
Huge youth population, lots of startup energy.
Hmm.
So beyond individuals like Priya, there was an Indian state program that reskilled 50,000 young people in IT, green energy, AI.
Wow, 50,000.
Yeah. And it generated over $210 million in GDP uplift, plus a 72% job placement rate within a year.
That's tangible economic growth right there.
Absolutely. More local jobs, small businesses thriving, real community revitalization for thousands of families. It's not just numbers, it's lives changing.
And you see similar patterns elsewhere. In Africa, for instance, youth innovation seems to be leading to really inclusive growth.
Like Aisha, the nurse we mentioned.
Exactly. She went on to deploy AI-powered health agents,
Yeah.
reduce patient travel times by 60%. Think of the impact.
Stage for accessibility.
And there's a Ghana AgriTech team example too. Young entrepreneurs using drones and AI for crop monitoring.
Cool.
They achieved a 5-fold ROI for farmers, built a 40-person company serving 12,000 small farms. It's about empowering local solutions, you know?
Yeah, local solutions for local problems. And then Latin America. The sources mention a surge in tech talent, fintech especially.
Juan Pablo's story fits right in.
It does. But there's also a bigger example. A major Brazilian city's green energy program transitioned 20,000 workers from fossil fuels to renewables,
20,000, that's a major shift.
generated $94 million in new jobs, and get this, cut training time by 40% using immersive XR simulations.
We'll have to dig into that XR part later. That 40% is significant.
Definitely. And then the GCC in Middle East, seems like the focus there is more systemic change, aligning with national goals like Saudi Vision 2030.
Right. They mentioned a Saudi women in tech cohort averaged 400% income increase moving into AI and XR jobs.
Directly supporting those national ambitions.
Yeah, and the UAE retraining oil and gas workers for solar and wind. Delivered a 275% ROI, created thousands of clean energy jobs. That's a powerful pivot.
From old industries to new ones. Southeast Asia too, right? A boom in digital ecosystems.
For sure. Nguyen Thilan, the street food vendor turned digital entrepreneur,
Incredible story.
is a great individual case. But look at Indonesia's XR reskilling efforts. 25,000 learners reskilled in green energy and fintech, generated $137 million in new economic activity.
It shows how quickly individual wins can add up to big regional impact.
Exactly. And it's not just emerging economies either. North America, Europe, you see career changers finding new routes, and importantly, rural inclusion.
Like Maria Rodriguez, the server who found family stability.
And James Chen, a manufacturing worker shifting to data science, getting a 73% salary boost.
Nice.
And crucially, that U.S. state coal transition program, reskilling thousands of displaced coal workers for green energy jobs.
That's vital work for those communities.
Total generated $127 million in new economic activity, revitalizing towns that were really facing decline.
These examples, they really paint a picture, don't they? Widespread impact from startup hubs to, revitalized rural areas.
That's quite a spectrum.
But I think for a lot of listeners, the big question is probably bubbling up now. Okay, fine, great stories, great numbers, but how?
Yeah, what's the magic sauce?
Exactly. What's the methodology? How are these documented successes like Priya's multi-million-dollar business or Juan Pablo's platform, how are they actually achieved?
That's a really important question. And the sources, they do detail several common elements. There's definitely a methodology here.
Okay, lay it out for us.
All right. So at its core, it seems to be about really rapid skill acquisition driven by these immersive XR simulations.
XR, so virtual and augmented reality learning.
Exactly. Think of it like this. Instead of just reading about, say, a complex medical procedure or how to troubleshoot a solar panel, you're virtually doing it. You're inside a high-fidelity simulation.
Hands-on, but virtual.
Right. You can practice over and over without any real-world risk. Build muscle memory, build confidence way faster. The sources say it often cuts learning time by like 60% compared to traditional methods.
60%, that's huge. That hands-on feel must make a massive difference.
Absolutely. And crucially, these participants aren't just like cramming for exams. They're building actual real-world portfolios.
Portfolios? What do you mean?
So imagine that aspiring AI healthcare entrepreneur, like Priya maybe. She wouldn't just write an essay. She'd build a working prototype for a diagnostic tool within the program.
Okay. Tangible output.
Or a green energy specialist designing a simulated solar grid. This focus on portfolio demonstrated competency means they graduate with proof, a collection of projects, solutions showing they can apply their skills immediately.
Got it. So it's not just what you know, but concrete proof of what you can do with it.
Precisely. And that gets paired with something called AI career mapping.
Okay, AI mapping sounds futuristic.
It kind of is. Essentially, it's smart algorithms analyzing real-time labor market demand,
Huh.
what jobs are actually out there,
Uh-huh.
and your own evolving skill set as you learn. Then it guides you towards the most relevant, highest potential career paths for you.
So it connects the learning directly to job opportunity.
Exactly. Ensures your learning is always aligned with where the jobs are. It creates these direct pathways to employment, often through partnerships they have with employers. Makes sense. Plus, a significant chunk of graduates actually launch their own businesses, which multiplies the economic impact again.
Right, becoming job creators themselves.
And get this, an impressive finds. 83% of graduates apparently go on to mentor others.
Wow, paying it forward.
Yeah, creating these sustainable transformation cycles within their communities. It's like a universal framework, but it's also customized for specific industries and local contexts.
It really sounds like this powerful, virtuous cycle. Learn skills faster, prove you have them, get guided to a job or start a business, then mentor others.
That's a good summary.
So how significant is the impact when you sort of zoom out and look at all these documented cases together? What's the bigger picture?
Well, if we connect all these dots, these aren't just feel-good stories. They're patterns that clearly scale up to systemic change.
Okay.
The average income grows across all these documented cases they studied. An astounding 675%.
Wait, say that again. 600?
675% average. Think about that. It's not a small raise. It's a fundamental shift in someone's economic reality.
That's transformative is the only word.
It is. And 78% apparently advanced to supervisory or entrepreneurial roles within just 24 months.
2 years. That's fast track.
And 94% report improved financial security for their household. These graduates often become like industry thought leaders, mentors, not just entry-level hires.
That has incredible knock-on effects for the community, doesn't it? Those multipliers.
Huge multipliers. You mentioned the entrepreneurs like Priya and Juan Pablo. They're creating jobs, employing dozens.
Right.
Programs in rural U.S. areas or places like France, they're helping prevent brain drain, keeping talented people local.
Which strengthens those communities.
And these alumni networks that form, they drive continuous capacity building locally. It
Yeah.
really does represent a different kind of model compared to, say, traditional four-year degrees or even typical online courses when you look at the documented outcomes.
Yeah, the income growth, the speed of career change, the entrepreneurship potential.
Yeah.
It seems very focused.
Very focused on results. This model generates tangible company valuations, right? Like Priya's $2.3 million startup. And it contributes significantly to regional GDP. We mentioned the $127 million in that U.S. state's cold green transition, the $210 million uplift in the Indian state program.
Real money, real economic activity.
And it fosters these cross-industry jumps server to healthcare, manufacturing to data science, develops leaders quickly, and it works globally, proving effective across 6 continents, always focusing on that portfolio proof, not just paper qualifications.
And we've even seen big companies validating this, right? There was that example of a major U.S. healthcare provider's nursing reskilling program.
Ah, yes, that one was interesting. They achieved a 315% return on investment.
300% ROI. That's phenomenal for corporate training. Many struggle to even show a positive ROI.
Absolutely. And they also saw, I think, a 28% increase in compliance rates using the XR simulations
Better outcomes, too.
and a 60% faster time to digital competency compared to their traditional training methods.
Faster, better ROI, higher compliance.
Yeah.
Sounds like a win-win-win.
Pretty much. And that U.S. state partnership, the coal transition one, $127 million in new economic activity, 70% of participants getting renewable energy jobs at higher wages, real community stability.
Yeah.
So ultimately, these documented cases, they reveal these patterns that scale way beyond just one person's success. They scale up to regional economic development.
Whether it's fueling startups in India,
Or mobile innovation in Africa, or fintech in Latin America, or even helping micro-enterprises formalize in Southeast Asia.
it adapts.
It adapts. And this isn't just a flash in the pan either. The sources apparently tracked a 5-year impact.
Oh, interesting. What did that show?
Continued career advancement, alumni becoming community leaders, positive effects spreading to the next generation through better family income, and these knowledge networks just keep multiplying the program's reach. It's designed for long-term sustainable impact.
Okay, so summing this all up, What does this all mean? The evidence we've discussed, it seems pretty compelling. Real people achieving really significant results through this AI-assisted VR air knowledge transfer.
The proof seemed to be there.
From Priya's $2.3 million startup to Juan Pablo's huge fintech platform. These stories, they prove that this kind of profound transformation, it isn't just possible, it seems replicable, and it's happening now. So here's where it gets really interesting, I think, for you listening. How might this kind of documented, repeatable success, how might it redefine traditional education, traditional career paths?
Big questions.
Yeah. Could these skill-to-income models genuinely tackle economic disparities, drive innovation globally, and maybe closer to home? What potential does this kind of approach hold for your own transformation story?
It makes you think.
It does. Seeing these documented results, maybe it can inspire that universal belief, that profound change is possible.
And I think that raises a really important point for all of us, doesn't it? How we acquire skills, how we apply them. It's just essential in this rapidly changing world we're in.
Absolutely critical.
These case studies, they really provide a powerful blueprint, a potential model for how immersive learning, when you combine it with smart AI-driven career guidance, can create these measurable pathways from individual potential all the way up to systemic economic transformation.
A blueprint for the future, perhaps?
Perhaps. It certainly gives us a lot to think about regarding how we value skills and create opportunity.